All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live. I don't have a plan for today. We're just gonna go through some news and comment on them. And we have 0 people online, so this is mostly for people who are gonna watch the recording, because for a channel this size, if I get two guys to join the live stream, yeah. All right, so in the last episode we set up a feed reader. I tried to set up Feedly, but it got me into I clicked on the wrong thing and it got me into this free trial for security, whatever, and I'm just not in the mood to register another user, whatever. I don't care. So I'm just gonna use InnoReader for a few episodes and see how that goes. All right. So we added a few news sources. I had to remove some of them because it was flooding me with news. And this is basically the dashboard. We have all the news here on the left. On the right, I think it's currently trending. It's not necessarily related to cybersecurity, but I'm going to look at that anyway. So yeah, let's first go and look at the trending things in InnoReader and see if anything is like cybersecurity related, right? This might be one. All right, top today. No. Okay. Even Korea is starting to prefer an iPhone over a Samsung. Okay, that's fine. It's not cybersecurity, but whatever. And the New York Times is getting on the AI bandwagon. It's amazing how this blew up and it became such a topic and it's everywhere. All right, let's go to our feed. So this is the customized cybersecurity feed I have set up, and these are all the articles that we get, right? But it's, as you can see, almost 600 articles unread, and we can't possibly go through those. So I went manually before the live, and I've visited all the sources, and I went and added to favorites some of them. You know, and then we're just gonna look at the read later. Not to the favorites, it's called read later. So we are in the read later page, and we're gonna go through each of these news one by one until for some reason I have to stop the live. Whatever, this could take 30 minutes maybe. All right, first one. US ransomware losses surged 74% to 59.6 million in 2023. Well, that could mean that the threat actors were more active and more people are into this business, or that the way we report things improved so we can catch more cases. For example, when they caught the Hive group, only 20% of its victims were known, like the law enforcement was aware. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So we could say that this number is probably 5 times higher. This is a very broad, like estimation. I can't really, say that this is a valid tool to build the statistics, right? All right. This is the news they were referring to. Okay. Let's finish with all the popular news and then we go back to the feed. European crash tester says car makers must bring back physical points. If you guys know what NCAP is, it's a way to measure which cars are safe, right? So this means that these cars, if you're in an accident, it's more likely that you and your family are safe after the accident, I would say. These are all 5-star NCAP, right? Which is amazing. A lot of expensive cars here, guys. But I'm curious about something else. Because Tesla Model 3. No? How do you do that? How safe is your car? Tesla Model 3. What? No. Search. Are they not testing it? Tesla Model 3. In 2019 it had 5 stars. Okay. And Model X also 5 stars. Okay. Model Y, Model S. Not a bad deal, huh? All right. I'm not rooting for Tesla, okay? It's not something I'm into, but I was very curious, to be honest. It seemed kind of flimsy, but, An article in the New York Times saying that AI is learning what it means to be alive. I'm very skeptical about this. I'm not sure that this is very likely, but okay, who cares? Okay. I'm not sure if this is. I would need AI to look at this article because it's very poorly written. I mean, it's not clear, right? From the first paragraph, what this is about. It goes to all kinds of things that. All right. Sorry, New York Times. I'm not. Oh my God! You have a section on artificial intelligence. Okay. a lot of Elon Musk. We might go back there, but not now. There is a security affairs newsletter with best of the week. And to be honest, I kind of like it. Let's, so it's published March 10. That's today. We could do this around this letter, huh? Every Sunday or Monday, whenever. Let's do the letter, and then if anything else is not covered, we jump back on InnoReader, alright? Alright. Threat actors breached two crucial systems of US Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA. I don't know how do you read that in English. I'm not native. I'm Romanian, so English is not my first language, and Russian is not my first language. Okay, just because Romanian starts with an R, it doesn't mean we are Russians. We speak a language close to Italian and French. Most likely to Italian and Spanish, but okay. Anyway, you might have heard about this. So CISA was hacked, and they had to take down two of their systems. It's not really clear how far they went. But they did order federal agency to disconnect Ivanti, Connect Secure, and Policy Secure. And they did warn others not to use it, but they were hacked themselves. Okay, this is like we have a saying that the gardeners have no cucumbers and the tailor's pants have a hole in them. All right. Right. CISA adds JetBrains TeamCity bug to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog. So this one, CV 2024-27198 and 27199, authentication bypass and authentication bypass. If you don't know the known exploited vulnerability catalog, you should, because when you get those alerts on vulnerabilities that you have, this is where you should look at, because okay, you have a vulnerability, but is it being exploited actively? That's one of the most important things, because then you have two and two together. You have something that's definitely a risk in your system and something that's being exploited in the wild, right? I'm not saying not to bother patching the vulnerabilities which are not here, but if something is here, you definitely need to do something about that risk, okay? All right, good news. Critical Fortinet 40OS bug potentially impacts 150,000 internet-facing devices. Nice. CV 2024-21762. Remote code execution via HTTP requests, which is great. Now I'm curious if it's here. Yeah, it's also being actively exploited, you see? All right. QNAP fixed 3 flaws in NAS devices, including an authentication bypass. Okay. Same news about threat actors and the crucial systems. Again, JetBrains. Again, Fortinet. Again, QNAP. What's wrong with this newsletter? They keep repeating stuff. Okay. Snake. A new info stealer spreads through Facebook messages. So you get infected through messages, and then this thing steals your data from the browser or from wherever you can find it and sends it to their friends in Discord, GitHub, or Telegram. And this is where they get the data from these browsers. And they are apparently targeting the Vietnamese specifically, but nobody's safe probably. All right. Be aware of that. National Intelligence Agency of Moldova warns of Russia attacks ahead of the presidential elections, where, well, considering half the world has elections this year, I imagine the Russians are going to be very busy. I mean, and Moldova, the way it's positioned and the historical context and the geopolitical context it has internally, I mean, it's always safe to assume that Russia is looking into what is happening inside Moldova, right? They are controlling political parties inside there. I mean, it's not just that, it's more than, but okay. Next. 2 iOS bugs added to the known exploited vulnerabilities catalog. Memory corruption vulnerabilities. All right. Who was saying that Apple has no bugs? Well, they do. So you need to be very careful also with that. We have Linux malware targeting misconfigured Apache Hadoop, Confluence, Docker, and Redis servers. Okay. It's always in they are targeting everything, and they are how to say, successful wherever a service is vulnerable. So attackers are not limited to pre-chosen scope, like when you pay for a pen test, or you pay for a bug bounty, or you pay for an external audit. You will give the red team, you give a certain scope, and if it's in scope, okay. But the way attackers work is more akin to the way artillery works, I would say, like carpet bombing or artillery or whatever. Undiscriminate attacks. They just attack everything, and whatever is vulnerable, they will take. That's it. And they use that to do more attacks and more attacks. So yeah, I'm not surprised. There's also a report on this. Spinning Yarn is the new name of the malware. So they are exploiting 26134 from 2022. Vulnerability in Confluence. Okay. Next. Android Pixel and San Hilo Surline Box. I don't know what that is. So it's information disclosure and an OS command injection are now also in the known exploited vulnerability catalog, right? That I mentioned before. Two ransomware groups are conducting attacks jointly. Okay. Were they ever separate? That's a question I always have about these designations, because maybe it's just, like a team in a certain group that has a specific signature and then, right? And they have also a ransomware as a service operation where if you manage to hack things, you put in their ransomware software and they give you a cut of the payments. Okay. Logbit's bungle comeback highlights the undying risk of torrent-based peer-to-peer data leakage. That's a nice way to put it. So basically the data is on torrents. It doesn't matter that the FBI took down some of the infrastructure. The data is always going to be there, right? Okay. Apple fixes to 0 days. I feel like we've seen this before. Yeah. VMware fixes some sandbox escape bugs. So what this is basically, you're running your stuff in a virtual machine and you're counting on the fact that that virtual machine is isolated from your computer. And if you're playing with malware, but the virtual machine software has a bug, that thing can get on your main machine, or it can do all kinds of nasty stuff, right? So it's important that these virtual machines like VMware, VirtualBox, whatnot, are actually safe, right? And bugs come from time to time, or they are known because there's probably a lot of bugs that we don't know about. And yeah, sometimes they get fixed. All right. US sanctioned the Predator spyware provider. Okay, I'm not gonna click on that. CISA adds a Windows kernel bug to the vulnerabilities catalog. This was used by Lazarus. I think Lazarus is a North Korean group. Again, the flaws in JetBrains. The Ukrainian intelligence service or military intelligence hacked the Russian Ministry of Defense, they claim. This is literally CyberWar during a war. Okay. American Express data exposed. I'm not sure how many people. And it was at a service provider. This is cool. Amex recommends customers review their account statements over the next 12 to 24 months and enable instant notifications via the company's mobile app to receive notifications about potential suspicious activity. Well, hack or no hack, right? That's always a good idea to have notifications on what's moving in your bank account, right? Meta hit with privacy complaints. By who? By the European Union, of course, or somebody in the European Union. EU consumer groups. Yeah, this is going to grow as a problem because producing this information has never been easier, right? So if you want a top-notch one, you'll pay for the AI, API, whatever. But you can train your own AI and that's it. It doesn't have to be perfect because people who are susceptible to this information won't tell the difference anyway. So, right. New GTP door backdoor. What is that? Designed to target telecom carrier networks. Okay. So it's a Chinese advanced persistent threat, and it targets mobile telephone networks around the globe. And they can access calling records, text messages. Okay. Active since 2016. And they are using some GPRS specific protocol for this. Okay. So they already, somebody tried to check the virus totally in 2023 with a very low detection rate. And they are made for outdated attacks Linux machines. Well, I would think those machines are probably what telecom operators use in a lot of their infrastructure. Now, that's fun. Would be also interesting to know if somebody like a government or whatever intelligence service maybe knows what's very common in router software or in telecom, hardware. Like if somebody would be a big producer of a certain type of telecommunication equipment, they might know how to develop malware for if it's not already backdoored, but that's a stretch. I'm not going there. I'm looking at you, Huawei. No? We don't know. We definitely can't point the finger here. But, yeah. All right. This guy is getting a follow. Hexrob. Thank you, man. And, whatever. Yeah, this guy's profile seems great. All right. Threat actors hacked Taiwan-based Chunghua Telecom. Not sure this sound is appropriate in Chinese. Speaking of people hacking telecom operators and somehow the Chinese being involved, I guess Taiwan is always on the front lines of this. New Linux variant of Bifrost Rat. I've never heard of these guys. What is this? A deceptive domain mimicking VMware. VMware. What? How's that mimicking? That's kindergarten mimicking. What are you good guys doing? Okay. Camera doorbells allow ill-intentioned individuals to spy on you. All right. You know, with these IoT devices, it's always a risk. Like, you never know what's happening behind the scenes. Maybe sometimes it's worth it to pay for a more branded device, but sometimes even wise is not like I own several of these, and you see, so okay, you go for the most expensive ones, and sometimes they also have like errors or whatever. Okay, this is something else. This guy is improving wise. Okay, anyway. And the US judge ordered NSO Group to hand over the Pegasus spyware code to WhatsApp. I think we spoke about this. Cybercrime. Black Cat TTPs. Amex Exposed, we talked about that. We talked about this. We talked about the Change Healthcare paying 22 million, and then the hackers running with the money from their affiliates. Okay. I don't know what this is. Capybara fraud. Let's see. 2023 FBI Internet Crime Report. Nice. Another attack. Stormus ransomware gang takes credit for attack on Belgian brewer. Okay, now this shit gets serious, guys. Now we're pissed, huh? This is a problem. We're like, no. This is truly CyberWar. You don't mess with Belgian beer, guys. Do not do that. Production is at a standstill still at our Belgian sites. And oh, there's also a production site in the United States. Okay, this doesn't matter. Fix the one in Belgium, guys. There is enough stock. I might want to go to the store to buy some, huh? Because after this news, yeah. All right. What else? So Huntress managed to find the TTPs for Black Cat. If you're into this kind of thing, I would advise you to read them. So they also have the indicators of compromise and everything, the commands they run, and the MITRE attack mapping. Okay, that's great. As usual, the commands are not earth-shattering, right? On-device fraud on the rise, exposing a recent Capybara fraud campaign. I don't know what this is. "90% of fraud attempts in the banking sector are still conducted via account takeover." So meaning somebody manages to get in your device, into your bank account through your on-device thing, right? So basically you get infected with a Trojan, and that thing helps them log into your bank account, right? They have a C2 framework and they have everything. Of course, this thing is being organized. You can't like attack millions of devices without having like a very clear structure and a very good operation going on, right? So yeah, there's a botnet involved. It's very, I would say that it's basically a corporation. Each of these malware actors or threat actors are like operating like a corporation to cover all aspects of this, like to get you to click, to get you infected, to get you to, I don't know, to run away with the money. Yeah, very interesting read also. FBI Internet Crime Report 2023. Hmm. Okay. $521,000 complaints in the United States. Okay. 60 plus 100,000 complaints. 3.4 billion. Oh my god. Incredible, huh? $750,000 complaints average per year. Okay, guys, we might need to make a video separate for this report only. But yeah, I'll save it for now and we'll see. All right. Hacker attack and explain. What is this? It's I guess it's an internet provider in it's a security solution provider in Switzerland. All right, nice. Okay. A lot of sensitive data and data belonging to whoever. Okay. Now, okay. I'm not gonna go ahead on dark web and download this, but it seems like a very interesting stockpile of data, guys. Okay. And I've known organizations that actually do that, so it's a bit sketchy. But if you work in cybersecurity, you kind of have to, you know, download all this data as long as you keep it, you know, as long as you don't get hacked yourself and then you make a bigger problem. But yeah. Anyway. Okay. Okay. Next. I feel like they are repeating all the news here we discussed already. How the Chinese civilian and military intelligence agencies confronting CIA, okay, and the Pentagon, nice. Okay, German defense chat overheard on Cisco. That's not clear that that's exactly what happened, but okay. Moldova, okay. What is this? There is no clear cybersecurity policy. Of course there isn't. Nobody knows what they are doing. It's the whole thing is a disaster, right? AI put companies at risk of data exfiltration. Yes, yes, yes. Millions of Google, WhatsApp, Facebook, 2FA security codes leak online. That's nice. Okay, let's start with this one. What? An SMS text messaging routing company was storing these. So they had a daily flow of 5 million messages. And you could see, okay, so, but you had to be the one doing it and to get, by the time it got into the database, I don't think this is such a big deal. But okay, maybe some other messages were just private information, not necessarily the token, huh? No, 2FA codes are not valid alone. But yeah, use an app or token, not SMS for this, okay? If you really have no other option, use SMS. It's better than nothing. Yeah, so basically, if you don't provide your users with an AI that they can safely use, they're gonna go around behind you and they're gonna put company data there just to, like, they need to answer a report immediately and they're gonna dump the report in a GPT and yeah, your data is out. The worst thing you could do is ban the known GPTs. Like, say you don't provide them with a custom in-house GPT which is safe to use, okay. But if you block on corporate computers, if you block ChatGPT, if you block Gemini, if you block Poe, and whatever, then they will Google for alternative options and they will end up on a website that pretends to be ChatGPT, but it's actually gonna steal their data, right? So best solution would be to raise awareness to the users and to provide a corporate approved GPT and to always tell them to never use these awesome GPTs we have. No, that's the biggest risk, right? Because I think I can find malware now. Like if I go GPT or no blocking, I don't know, firewall, whatever. No. Wait, I have I'm blocking ads. Sorry for that. but still. Right, so you go to whatever website, right? What are these things? Like you go there and then you start chatting. Okay, maybe this one is legitimate. I don't know, right? But this could be even like, okay, this is not malicious maybe, but the chats are public. Like you can see what people are talking about. So I don't know. Look, image generator. What is this? Let's go. Can I help you today? Okay. BS. Google Gemini. Can you draw something? I don't think this is the best example I can give of what? Have I been doing this stream? All along with you guys not being able to see? What is this? Oh no. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, let me. Oh my god. But this is not possible. Is this thing frozen? How is this possible? Mm. No, it's just my sorry, it's just my OBS, which refuses to update. It shows the initial. It shows me the initial thing. I thought that I've been filming the whole video in a wrong window, but no. All right, so we are now at the status where we are looking for explaining why AI could be a security risk for your company, right? Well, I don't know how far behind the live is, but the image on it, it's very far behind. Like we're only showing the camera doorbells now, and yeah, for some reason OBS is not keeping up with my browser, guys. This is such a shame. How do you content creators do it? Huh? It's I don't know how this is happening for. Okay, I'm gonna close this here. Hopefully it actually got recorded correctly, and with my apologies for this. All right. Thank you all for watching, guys, and I will try to improve this in the future. Goodbye.